Almost in 1984, 1985, and 1986, we started our practical work for jihad. At that time, the Mujahideen were very few. Because these were the early days, and the Americans, when they arrived, did a lot of propaganda, telling the people all sorts of things. Despite that, the people developed this passion and rose up, starting jihad against the Americans. At that time, the Americans had a center in Logar, called the PRT, where they lived. From there, they built bases, which were in places like Kali Najal and in other different areas. Their bases were established. One area that was under the control of the Mujahideen was the Shamakat area. I am a witness of that time. In that area, and in other places, the Mujahideen had their centers. The Mujahideen would live in these areas. They would come down and set up ambushes in these areas, fighting the enemy and having battles with them. The number of Mujahideen at that time was about 30 or 35, the number of Mujahideen was not that large. The enemy's propaganda was such that they claimed they could hit even 1 inch of land. The Mujahideen were very concerned, but they still gathered the courage to start Fidai attack at that time.
Haji Mujahid is one of the early Mujahideen of this region who took up armed jihad against the occupiers. And this is the area where the Mujahideen, under the leadership of the Mujahid, blew up an occupier's tank with a bomb, causing significant casualties.
I came with my friends, and we were sitting in this area. There were old rocks here, placed by the people long ago. My friends sat down in this place. In this area, a bomb had been planted, and the American forces passed through. It was a very large force or convoy, and the traces of it are still visible. Here, they hit a tank with a bomb, and look, the signs and traces are still here. One of them is a small tank, and the other is a large American tank, and these are the marks of the American tank. The glass is from the tank, which was burned here. The bomb had been placed here in this spot. In front of you, you can see this trench in this area. I was here with my friends, and the bomb was placed here by them. May Allah not bring us to harm. Almighty Allah gave great losses to that force, and their morale was broken here. The plan they had in Shamakat was completely disrupted. At night, around 11 o'clock, a bomb exploded on the American tank.
Now, the reach of the occupation has ended, but the grim image of the invaders' crime still lingers in the ruined homes of this village. Moreover, some of the residents of this area have been suffering from mental illnesses for years, bearing the torment caused by these hardships.
There have been many raids in these areas, there has been bombing, and many people have been injured. Some have been disabled. Look at this boy, he himself is disabled, he was bombed, and he got disabled in this bombing. Some people have severe nervous problems, they have completely lost their mental stability. Some people are badly injured. People have seen a lot of harm, suffering, and hardship. Now, inshallah, the Islamic Emirate is here, and we are very pleased with it, and we are very grateful. They always come and ask about us. I myself have developed mental problems, and I miss my brothers. My older brother, named Jalat Khan, has also gotten mental problems. Something is wrong with his mind. This person also has mental problems, and I, too, am ill. Since the time my brothers became martyrs, I cry a lot, and I have been suffering from these issues.
Beyond the horrors of the occupation, it has now been over 3 years since the people of the village have had a peaceful and prosperous life. The shepherds were finally able to move their herds up to the mountain foothills. where they could not only engage in their daily livelihood but also breathe in the tranquility of nature's beautiful embrace.